for envelopes on the kitchen table, and one of them is open. The bill says one number. The insurance statement says another. This file does the arithmetic between them, so you can see which number is actually yours to pay. Neither piece of paper explains the other, and almost nobody is ever shown the step in the middle. Here is where it ends up. One sample household, 3 people, 34 dates of care in a plan year. Providers billed $19,355. The plan allowed $9,640. Insurance paid $4,547. And what is genuinely theirs to pay is $5,093, computed line by line. Every number in this video comes from the sample data inside the file. The file is linked below if you want to follow along. It opens in Excel, in Google Sheets, and in Apple Numbers. So why do the 2 pages disagree? Your plan and the provider agreed a rate in advance, called the allowed amount. The provider still bills their own list price. Here, providers billed $19,355, and the plan allowed $9,640. The gap, $9,715, was never owed by anyone. That is not something that was done to you. It is the negotiated rate working as intended, and it is why the 2 pages never match. What you owe comes out of the second number. Everything downstream reads from one page. On plan setup, you type your own terms once. In the sample, deductibles of $1,800 individual and $3,600 family. Out-of-pocket maximums of $6,000 and $12,000. Coinsurance of 20% once the deductible is met, and every copay tier, from the office visit at $35 to an emergency room visit at $350. Every one of those is an input cell, never a constant. The EOB reconciliation tab is the heart of the file. 4 columns straight off the explanation of benefits, what the provider billed, what the plan allowed, what insurance paid. Then a 5th that no statement gives you, your true responsibility, computed from your own terms, in date order. And beside it, the bill you were actually sent. Across 34 dates of care, the sample's responsibility comes to $5,093. The discrepancy finder lists only the lines where the bill in your hand is higher than the plan's own arithmetic, ranked by dollars. 3 lines here, $762 together. The largest is an imaging episode dated March 18th, where the bill runs $418 above what the plan's rules produce, which reads like the same charge appearing twice. The file's wording for that is deliberately mild. It says worth a phone call. A spreadsheet can find a difference. A person resolves it. Now the tab that changes what you do next. The deductible tracker sets every person against their own deductible and the family against the family one. One adult here has had $1,340 of $1,800 applied, so $460 to go. The family stands at $3,010 of $3,600. That $460 is the number that matters. Today, every allowed dollar of care costs the whole allowed dollar. After $460 more, this sample plan starts paying its share, and the same $340 episode would cost $68 instead of $340. A difference of $272 on identical care. The out-of-pocket max tab does the same for the ceiling. The family sits at $4,180 of $12,000. What makes it worth reading is the column beside every line. Does this one count toward the maximum? Yes or no? In the sample, the dental work sits on a separate plan, so it contributes $0 toward the medical ceiling. That is real money, and it correctly does not move this bar. The next part is the one that gets left in the pile, and it is the part with a clock running on it. Paper has deadlines, and the deadlines do not wait until you feel up to them. Claims and Appeals holds every claim, its dates, and the one countdown that matters. In the sample, 2 claims are still in process, and 1 was denied and is now under appeal. Its window closes on August 28th, which is 23 days from the file's anchor date. The file does not know your insurer's rules. You type the deadline from your own letter, and it counts the days, so nothing sits in a drawer past its date. Then the money you already set aside. The HSA and FSA ledger tracks contributions, reimbursements, and a running balance, with a receipt index. 17 receipts in the sample, each one pointing at a file name you keep. $1,910 of $3,200 has been drawn back so far. And the line that tends to surprise people, $640 of FSA money is unspent, with 148 days left before the deadline. 2 questions people ask first. Where does this health information go? Nowhere. No login, no bank connection, no insurer connection, and no script. It is a file on your own drive, and nothing you type into it leaves it. And will it open on a Mac? Yes. Excel 2016 or newer, Google Sheets, and Apple numbers, built without the dynamic array formulas that break other templates outside Excel. There is a phone view tab too. One screen for the waiting room. If the envelopes are already stacking up, this is the file. The Medical Bill Command Center, $24.97. Instant download. Link at the top of the description. An Excel workbook, a Google Sheets ready copy for themes, and a quick start guide. It is a record-keeping and planning tool, not medical, legal, insurance, or tax advice, and it promises no particular outcome on any bill or claim. What it does is show you the arithmetic and give you one page to read before you pick up the phone. There are more command centers on the channel. One for comparing health plans, one for caregivers, one for the household budget. Whichever one is next, take it steadily. See you there.